What is going on, Roland Empire? Here, guys, give you a video. So, Black Widow is finally out after so many pushes within the pushes. Kevin Feige is like, fine, let's just release it. And of course, Disney Premier Access, that's where they rely on also. They hope people get buyers there. But I'm glad also it's out in the movie theater. I'm a movie theater supporter if it's available, if it's safe. I think, in my little opinion, it's safe. But yes, it finally hit cinemas. After so long, Black Widow, the people have been clamoring, I need a movie since Iron Man 2, after Avengers Endgame, what's going on? And now we get Black Widow, the movie. This is centered around, after what happened in Civil War, just before the Avengers movies, and we get more of a catch up with what Black Widow's been going on, a little bit of her history, but what's going on in her present within her family. And, does this live up? Now with the Black Widow that we've been wanting in 2021, you know, even though her character has kind of moved, how did it work for bringing her back for this purpose of the story? Is it worth the hype? I've liked this movie. I liked it. Okay, I enjoyed it. I've seen people say it's alright, it could be better. I get that it could be a filler episode. I really kind of saw that. I still enjoyed it as a film. I liked what the director brought with the creative visions it had. For certain times, I honestly thought this was like, wow, it's a Marvel movie, but the way it's being treated from, the credits, from certain filmmaking parts of like how they film action scenes. I admired all those like technological like decisions, and I had a great time enjoying that. It really worked for me. I still really even cared about, again, Black Widow is Black Widow with Scarjo being a great actress, but you have to have her catch up with her family, with the Yelenas, and you have to have Red Captain. I don't know, something by David Harbour. You had to have those people give time, and were they worth it? Yeah, I thought her family did so well. They had their own time to shine with the comedy that Marvel. It's Marvel's at this point has to do release comedy with their comedy and their serious dramatic roles. I thought they really paid off. It did show they were a family. It showed that they've gone through so much, and I had a great time seeing how they started out, what their lives were, and how they are when they need to catch up and all. Nowadays. So that was enjoyable to see. I really just enjoyed certain action scenes that were built up, and again, I can see them being Marvel formulaic. That's really is what the point is. This one will convince you to be a fan. If you've already been a fan, you might enjoy this movie, depending. But I still liked how I thought they tried to do something different with the formula, and I enjoyed that. Like certain scenes, how they have to get David Harbour's character, and how David Harbour eventually, even quieter scenes with Relax, how everybody just kind of steals the show again. Just how how there's really this presence that it doesn't feel like we're literally just going for the sake. Like they're giving their heart and soul to kind of give a good project with what they have, and I think it's good. Okay, this isn't one of the best Marvel movies, but I think it's still an enjoyable Marvel flick. I liked how they give it the life. They give it the life that they deserve for the scenes that they were giving everybody, especially like I keep saying the family they have. And yes, okay, like there are scenes I thought that were very in their own category, trying to imitate other movies of that, and it stood out to me, and those were some problems I had, but there were enough that I had more pros than cons, and just I liked just still how they still gave it a nice flair. So filmmaking process, I really liked. The filmmaking was really as creative as you can get with having certain tasks you need to fulfill and all. And then there's also other things who Black Widow has to go up with. The villain is enjoyable for the story, but it isn't one of the greatest villains of all time, to be honest. It really could be served a better purpose. I enjoyed what the contained thing was, and it was nice to kind of get more of a catch up of a background. But, it won't be as memorable as a memorable thing. You got all these others that have come through already. This character just is what it is. And then there's a Taskmaster scene where I enjoyed the scenes they had for Taskmaster. What I thought was more kind of eventually unravel of it. I was not expecting, but also, I don't know, I was surprised, but I kind of realized what was going on. And I think there could have been way more ways to have done that. I think it would have been better. Those were things, though, that this movie, even though some things I hated, it didn't take away too much from me, the movie. And I get it, like some movies can ruin stuff like that. I have movies like that for me, but for some reason this movie didn't. But maybe there's that Black Widow purist that just hates it, and I get it. That just hates it and all. I get that, you might have that criticism. For me, I guess because Black Widow, I don't keep near and dear. I found certain decisions to be okay. I still enjoy her character. This is who they set up for the MCU, like the MCU of the characters, and it's nice that she was rewarded a film. Is it a little too late? Maybe it is, but better late than never. That's really how I approach it. That's how I approach this, really, and I'm glad that yeah, there's things that you have to set up within setups because it's always Marvel, but I didn't feel like it was forced. I feel I organically did like what they were trying to set up. Not some movies in that MCU do fail more. This one I didn't think fell. For it being a middle down the line road movie of an MCU film, some things that other movies failed, these ones I think did better. So that's why I have issues with it, and I understand those that didn't like it. But this is my way. The way I've been telling it, it's just like I had a good time, and I get it if someone again didn't like it. I liked the movie. It was nice. It felt great to see Marvel again. Marvel in the cinema aspect of this kicks ass and all. And I like that. I appreciated that. I know I'll admit if it influenced because of it being the first in a while, but still, I still got something out of it. I can admit if because of it returning, that maybe is why I was hype in that way. But I thought genuinely this was a good movie. I want to say that there were parts that I didn't enjoy as much, but I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, but everybody's always like one way or the other. You can like a movie, but say it's better. It's like it's better as in like it could have been better, but you can like a movie, and I did really thoroughly enjoy this movie. I honestly did like just how fun it was, how fun and still how bit of the groundedness that I had was really intense, and it was really enjoyable for my kind of acquired taste. So I had a great time with this movie. But like I always say, these are my thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you guys didn't like this movie. If it's not one of your favorites, like it's not one of your favorites in the category, or it's one of your favorites of all time. It's one of your favorites, like maybe it's a top 5, or maybe it's a top 10. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the movie. It was a fun movie. It was an entertaining movie. Issues, okay? There are issues. And if I did a spoiler thing, maybe. But since this is a non-spoiler, I'm just saying, like, I'm defending what I did have a great time with this movie. So I had a great time with this movie and all that. And yes, guys. So all this in the comments below. And as always, Roland Empire. Laugh, smile, repeat.